Welcome back to another episode of On a Mission. I'm Grace Hooks and I am joined today by Miss Brandice Acree with The Standard. Miss Brandy, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. So tell us about The Standard. What is it that you do?
So I'm Community Relations Program Manager with The Standard, which is an insurance company out of Portland, Oregon, about 120 years old.
Wow.
So, great
Really
great
cool.
history there.
Yes.
And it's so exciting because they acquired Allstate Benefits here in Jacksonville, Florida, where we had our home office. And so it's an opportunity to spread their footprint across the United States. And right now, I have the opportunity for, I have a counterpart on that side of the world, but on this side of the world, I get to oversee all of our community relations. And that means working with nonprofits to be able to see how we can get our employees involved. Volunteerism is huge for me, both in my personal and professional life.
Yeah.
So really just striving to make those connections with those nonprofits, but also be a voice in the community.
Absolutely.
And just, stand up, get out there, get your hands dirty.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I love that part.
I love it. So we were talking a little bit about how you got started working in the insurance world. So did you talk about it and tell us how you got started working?
Yeah, so long story short, a long time ago in a place far, far away, I was a teacher.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, this is giving back, but I moved to Jacksonville and a position became an opportunity with the insurance company. And I was in sales, it was great, but I found my connection with people. Like I like to connect people, I like to connect programs, and started creating programming and landed into my job today. But as I started going through things, it stuck out after my dad passed away that, what did he do? What is the legacy that he left me? And as my kids were starting to mature, now I'm showing my age because now they've all graduated, but as they were starting to mature, I wanted to leave that legacy for them. I remember right before he passed, one of the last things is he was building a handicap ramp.
Wow.
And if somebody that is very ill can do that, somebody that is very well is easily able to do so.
Yeah.
So I really just started to find my passion, started on a small board with a PRS running club, and then continued on. I've been on the PACE Center for Girls Board of Directors here in Jacksonville for 6 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I chaired it for 2, and this year I picked up North Florida Land Trust because you talk about legacy. If you think about land trust, that is just a phenomenal opportunity, and it's pushing me a little bit because it wasn't something I was automatically familiar with. I mean, anybody can serve in a soup kitchen, but now this was pushing my skills. And so it's been fun. It's a really good opportunity.
I love that. I mean, you're in such a great position career-wise to do it because you're in the community and you're working with nonprofits and you're working with different organizations.
Absolutely.
I love that. And I feel that too. I always said when I was in school, all I wanted to do was do a job that helps people and I can learn about more people every day. And so I feel like it's times where I'm talking to people who are on the shows or I'm working with different organizations that I feel like I'm really in my area. I'm in my habitat, truly. So tell us a little bit about some of the nonprofits that you've worked with community relations and client relations.
I actually started building these relationships prior to even getting my position.
Even better.
One of the first ones I remember was Hunger Fights here in Jacksonville, and they were just becoming, Dean and Sherry were just building that up, and it was just amazing to watch them grow into this huge event.
Wow.
And so we were able to bring in nonprofits like that. I started just small things like volunteer events at our national sales conferences and connecting with a purpose around volunteerism. So really started working with them, like I said, the boards that I've been on, and then it just grew. This past year, two things that have really, really grown is we've always done a summer of service.
Yeah.
And post-COVID, those things looked very different than what they did back in the day when you could go tap on somebody's shoulder, hey, can I have the pennies in your drawer? Or can I have the paper clips? Or can you bring in a pack of paper?
Yeah.
So we tried the virtual route, and it had to get some foot on the ground. After COVID, the first year was a little rocky. So last year I partnered with the Annie Ruth Foundation, and I approached the Standard and made a proposal. I said, what if we sponsored the backpacks? And not just any backpacks, but good quality backpacks.
Yeah.
So I worked with the Standard, and we were able to sponsor 350 Nike backpacks.
Wow.
It was just amazing.
That is so cool.
And then the employees all came in and donated the supplies or applied for the match because we do a 2-time match. And all that money went to the Annie Ruth Foundation, and we were able to fill everyone with school supplies.
That's lovely.
It's so much fun because not only that, I feel like when we do things, it's better to bring a community together to volunteer for their needs and meet their needs rather than the needs that I think that they have. So we did the backpack. We brought in several other organizations with it. So we brought in PACE, ViStar for financial well-being, the health department, served free food and did free haircuts.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, and free dental screenings also. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, that's coming up again this year, August 1st. So it's hitting social media today, hopefully.
Okay.
I'm really excited. We're doing 450 backpacks this year.
That's amazing. With the Annie Ruth Foundation
It is,
still?
yes. It's going to be in partner with the Annie Ruth Foundation. And another thing, like as I said, I like to see things grow and mature. And, you know, you can network with people in the community. Well, I had a little challenge. In Portland, we do a nonprofit expo. But if you think about downtown Portland, it's an easy walking city. But I went to it last year, and it was so amazing just to see all these nonprofits come together and the work of my peers. So I was like, well, what can we do in Jacksonville? And over the years, we've done a holiday drive. We do a season of giving, as I call it. So we do Thanksgiving baskets. Those are easy.
Right.
But then we started with Adopt a Family. And the first year, got a couple families, did great. Over the years, got up to 13. And then last year, over the years, I started implementing it into our holiday party or holiday celebrations. So last year we did Daniel's Kids and the Annie Ruth Foundation and collected over 350 toys.
That's so amazing.
But I have big goals, so this year we're going bigger and broader. We're going to pick 3 organizations, and we're going to try to fill an entire truck full of toys.
That is amazing.
We're going to host it at the Block, so I'm excited.
That is
New
so
things.
cool. New things. I love you're constantly growing, and it's growing for something that is so good, and you're giving back to your community. I know that as somebody who's like younger and like watching and like seeing all my people my age go out and start their careers, I see a lot of them wanting to work in nonprofit spaces or work in places that can help give back to their communities. And I think it's so important for the younger generation to see it as something that is so integral to their community. It's just to give back. And it's really given me a lot of hope. And it's definitely turned out to help you and to show how amazing you are, because you were just nominated for the Legacy of Leaders Award.
I'm so excited.
Yes, and Annie Ruth Foundation nominated you?
I believe so.
Yeah, we're super excited to have you. We're highlighting people who really give back to the community and are showing how much work that they put in, and it's a big deal to be nominated in the first place, so we're super excited.
I'm very excited. So I've started my own nonprofit, so I know the work behind the scenes that these organizations do, and it's work. It's a lot, and you know they do it with minimal funding. So anything that we as a community can do to help them, it goes so far. I don't think people realize how amazing their time, talent, and treasure really is.
Yeah, it is. It's huge, really. I mean, my mom always said the best thing you can give to somebody ever is your time and your talents. It's the best thing. It's the most meaningful as well for you to take that time and put it into something that it may not look like a fresh, luxurious handbag that you could get your parents, but it's something that you've made and that you have put a lot of effort into. So that's beautiful. Well,
thank you.
Anything else that we need to talk about? Anything that you want to bring to viewers who are watching at home about the nonprofits that you support, about your missions, about the events that you have coming up?
Really just get involved.
Yeah.
Honestly, time, like you said, is very valuable.
Absolutely.
But even going for micro volunteer events is something that I've really encouraged employees to do.
Yeah.
I've created DIY volunteer events for our employees across the U.S. because not everybody can. But when you have a meeting, if you're a corporate entity, if you have a meeting, bring in a volunteer aspect of it.
Yeah.
Reach out to the nonprofits, see what they need.
Yes.
Even little drives help. Everything helps these organizations with the government cuts.
Everything counts. Yes. Especially if it's being taken away from them. I definitely, anything counts towards these people.
And really just encourage those organizations to reach out to corporate offices too.
Yes. 100%. It's been lovely talking to you, Ms. Brandy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today. I've loved learning about you and what you do.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. And viewers, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of On a Mission. For more information, you can head over to dailynewsnetwork.com and we'll have it all right there. We'll see you on the next episode of On a Mission.